Good morning to all of you. This is Sunaina, Youth and Family Life Coach from Athena Life Coaching. Today's question comes from a parent. A very different question from the ones that I have been talking about earlier is the parent has moved into a new country and a new place, and what they are noticing is that my children are imbibing values from their peer group, from their school, that is different from our family's values, cultures and traditions. And this is a question that relates to a lot of expat parents, that relates to a lot of families that have moved from their home countries to new pastures in search of either better work prospects, health reasons, or for citizenship of another country. And this is a decision that you as a family have made very consciously. So the first point is, when you have decided to put your children into a different environment from your own, where they are being put into an environment that is a mixture of many different traditions, cultures that are different from your own, you need to be a little bit more accepting of what they are going to bring home, what else they're going to learn. Because at the end of the day, the responsibility for teaching our children the traditions, values and cultures of our own home country is on you parents. So the second thing is, spend time with your children, reiterating what is it that you want them to learn, what values do you want them to have. And the third thing is, besides school and friends, what media are your children being continuously exposed to? What are they watching either on the internet, on television? What are the books they're reading? Is there something that you can contribute in terms of books, in terms of what they can watch on television, in terms of internet, that is going to re-emphasize for you the values that you want your children to pick up rather than what they're exposed to? And the fourth thing is, as parents, you need to play an extremely active role in exposing your children through modeling that behavior, through modeling the values, the cultures and traditions that you want your child to follow. It's not enough to tell them to not look at something else or tell them not to pick up something else that is not in sync with what you want them to learn. Because the more you say, I don't want you to behave like this, or I don't want you to pick up this, or I don't want you these are not our values, cultures and traditions, you are actually focusing their attention more. And as we know, children, when they are preteens and teenagers, want to be like their friends. Peer group sinking, peer pressure, wanting to be part of a group, wanting to be part of a society that you have consciously taken your children into, that is very important for your children, that they want to be amalgamated and be part of their school friends. They can't just stand on the side and be different, because being different makes them feel like an outcast. So in order to be part of a group, they are obviously going to assume a different role, a different set of values, cultures and traditions to fit in. Because for children, fitting in is extremely important. So the fifth point is your involvement. You cannot expect the school to teach your children values, cultures and traditions that are yours. You need to take responsibility for that, whether it is taking them back to your home country and exposing them in the summer break, the winter break, the Easter break, or whatever break there is, to re-emphasizing and reiterating their values, or to sit your children down and speak to them on a regular basis about what it is that you as a family value, what are your cultures, what are your traditions, and what it is that you want your children to model. But after saying all this, I also want to put a caveat that when you come into a foreign land, that when you are away from your home country, or when you are putting your children in a different environment, you need to open your minds and hearts. Also, to allow your children the space to be able to become global citizens, and to teach them ways in which they can become part of that society, part of that peer group, part of their friend circle, whilst remaining rooted to your cultures, traditions and values, so that they do become part of that without losing sight of what it is that you hold so dear to you. And you also need to open your hearts and minds to taking in what is there in your environment and taking in the goodness, because that's what we all are becoming slowly, global citizens. So I hope this helps to pacify you a little bit and help you to realize that the most important role is yours when it comes for you to teach your children your values, your traditions and your cultures, and you cannot palm off the responsibility to the school or to any other party. It is you who's going to reiterate and help your children to imbibe those values, cultures and traditions wherever you might be, whichever part of the world you might be, but at the same time keeping your hearts and minds open enough to absorb the goodness of what is available in your environment. So your action step for today is, what is it in your current environment that you truly respect and would want your children to absorb? So look for that, talk to your children about that and absorb that value into your family, because then your children will be able to balance the conflict that might be arising due to the tug of war between the home values and the outside values. In that way, they will feel more part of the landscape that they currently belong to. So I hope this helps you. I look forward to receiving your emails on sunainaathena@gmail.com, or inbox me on my Facebook page, Athena Coaching Solutions, or for any family related coaching with regard to communication in parenting. You could call me on 05613999033 in Dubai. Look forward to connecting with you. Take care then. Bye for now.